So, Minecraft. Good game. Everybody loves it. Now, when I finally got Minecraft for the first time, and by first time I mean Minecraft for myself in my own house, that version was the glorious Minecraft PS4 edition. So yeah, now I'm gonna go on a rant of the original Legacy Console Edition and why I think it holds up really well. For convenience sake, I'm just gonna call it Legacy Edition. For starters, the UI is really well optimized for console. Whoa, no shit. It's a console edition. It's in the goddamn name. But I mean, they didn't just slap Minecraft on a console, gave it controller support and said, "Aight, looks good to me." Cough cough, Bedrock, like I have a terminal illness. What I mean is, they made things easier to navigate, such as crafting, where everything is laid out nicely and horizontally, and items with multiple variants allow you to cycle through them. Think of the PS3 home screen. Legacy Edition also has really good categories. Minecraft categories are always being tweaked, messed around with, fondled with, and I think Legacy Edition probably has the best categories because not only the categories actually make sense, like an issue with Bedrocks is that it has only 4 categories, which would have made them a pain to scroll through, so they try to condense it by making items with multiple variants collapsible. But personally, and I might sound like a little bitch, but this makes trying to pick an item even more of a pain because you try to pick it, then it opens, but it's the wrong one, and it moves your cursor with it for some fucking reason. Now, Java's categories aren't bad, it's just that there are too many. Alongside the saved inventories tab and the survival inventory, it just adds more tumors to the UI. Legacy Edition has a good balance of the amount of categories and items within them. What's also great about the crafting is that it's easy for people who aren't Minecraft virgins like me. Hell, there are these tutorial notes when you collect stuff, so if you don't know what to do, did you even f***ing pass kindergarten? And since there's no debug screen on console, they put your cores on the maps, which I think is the best way because it gives maps more purpose and it just makes sense. The crafting UI also makes it good for situations where you need to act quickly, especially since you're using a controller instead of a mouse. Like, I don't want to have to be wrestling my cursor while I'm trying to craft a sword so I can defend myself against a f***ing fish. And if you're a masochist, you can always enable classic crafting, but why the f*** would you? Okay, next thing. Legacy Edition also has great world customizability. Obviously, we have our standard options like world size, bonus chests, all that jazz. But then we get to the neat shit like super flat world. Now, this is anything new. We've had it since Minecraft's inception. Same with the customizable layers. But on Java, it takes a fucking bachelor's degree to figure out. Legacy Edition simplifies this, and with that, you can customize what layers are made of and their height. You can also choose what structures appear, the chances of them appearing, and how spaced out they are from each other. This allows you to make some interesting worlds. Superflats are also great for creative maps, where you don't want to have to look for a good area to build or make it look like you're mining uranium just to build a Walmart. Now, whatever you do, don't make the layers TNT, unless you want to go on the news or splitting the atom with a PS4. The Legacy Edition also has all the basic generic bland NPC-ass game settings, like fire spreads, PvP, all that normal stuff, but the main one among these are the host privileges. Host privileges are great because they make being a Discord mod in your Minecraft world so much easier. It's so much easier than typing out long-ass lines of code and Bedrock's half-assed attempt to making it easier. Now, obviously, you still can't part the Red Sea, but it gives you the usual commands, such as like teleporting to them, or them to you, or changing their game mode, or assassinating them. You can also adjust the weather, daylight cycle, or the basic generic bland NPC-ass game settings I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I probably could have put this with the UI, but I don't give a shit, dude! Did you also just now remember that the minigames also have really good customizability? Oh, f***ing right! First, we have Battle, which is a miniature Hunger Games. You all spawn in a circle around some chests, like some weird ritual. The game starts and you commit genocide, or get absolutely f***ing shit on. Shit on! Shit on! There are these glowing chests that give you better loot. Sometimes. I think what really solidifies this minigame, however, is the quality of life elements, like a button to collect everything in a chest instead of having to spam quick move as you move your cursor around like a f***ing idiot. Or the fact it automatically equips armor you collect, or replaces it when you get better ones. They also added this hit marker around your crosshair that lets you know where you're getting hit from. For those who aren't very into PvP, next up we have is Tumble, which is my personal favorite because it doesn't take any skill, unless you call this skill. Anyways, Tumble is basically Spleef, and you can either do it with shovels or snowballs. Well, it's not only those, but we'll get to that later. If you choose snowballs, you get multiple layers, unlike shovels where you only get one, unless you screw with the settings. But we're not on that yet! There are these TNT traps that fall if you step on them, like TNT Run. And I don't think these have ever actually worked on anyone, but I don't care, they're fun to set off. And finally, we have Glide, which was the most recent minigame, and it shows as it has a bunch of new effects and particles. There are these rings you can fly through and these boost thingies. It's great! They also use the hit markers on the crosshair from the battle mode in this when you get too close to a wall. While I'm comparing this to battle mode, it also added a bunch of quality of life stuff, like a button that allows you to look behind you instead of having to cycle through perspectives. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid game of fuck! I suck ass at this game. At least it is in Terra Swoop Force. Okay, so this probably could have been in the customizability segment, but oh well. The customizability is great. For Battle and Glide, they're pretty standard, like spectator appearance, lives, stuff like that. Glide also does give you the option to play solo if you're just that guy.
Not that guy, pal.
Tumble allows you to adjust the layer size and count, and most importantly, it gives you a new option to play with fucking fireworks and levitation potions. They made a whole new potion just for this minigame. Granted, they grabbed the shulker effects and gave it to a potion, but that's still pretty cool. In general, the minigames, although very simple, have this level of polish that makes them really good. Like the medals they give in battle mode after each round, or that it displays the weapon you primarily used. And the music is also really good, which is what's playing in the background right now. Another great thing in minigames are the maps. The maps in Minecraft Legacy Edition, I think, are another thing that make it so memorable. I mean, if you upload an image of the minigame lobby in a Discord server, people will usually respond with, "Whoa, dude, that's a console edition thingy." Speaking of which, a good example of the maps in Legacy Edition being very good is the lobby. There's a bunch of things to do while you're waiting for people to join because you have no friends. Like shooting practice, going fishing, a jukebox where you can play CDs that are hidden across the map. You even get a special room if you win that gives you diamond armor and elytra. And there's a bunch of secrets that my dumbass can't uncover. There's also the iconic tutorial world that everyone's nostalgia stems from, where you learn all the mechanics in Minecraft. Kinda harboring back to this version being very non-Minecraft version friendly. The other maps, however, you have to pay for! Ah! Yes, this is where the marketplace started. But at least unlike the marketplace, you're actually paying for quality shit. These texture packs are very well made. Buying texture packs also usually includes maps for Battle and Glide. Now that I'm on that, the Battle and Glide maps are so well made and, let me find a good word, dynamic. And the map surrounding the Tumble game is also so detailed for no reason. Not to mention the fact it changes during Halloween and Christmas times. I forgot about the Halloween and Christmas maps. Well, there are Halloween and Christmas maps that are also well made. The skins also have different shapes and sizes, and these could be very OP, which I think is probably why there was an option to disable those skins. I still have PTSD from the Yoda and Ewok skins. Although these maps and skins are very well made, asking me to pay like $5 for a texture pack is some tough stuff. Luckily, you can still play on the maps for free, only you won't be able to save the world. This is how I play with my friends. We would just hop on these free demos and screw around. Eli, remember when we used to play on the Pirates of the Caribbean map?
Kill yourself!
Also, if you had thought Fortnite had a lot of collabs, my god! Although these maps are very well made, it's hard to forgive it for inadvertently creating the marketplace, and I'd say it's the one thing really holding this version back. Well, that and the lack of cross-platform play. So, yeah, this was really just an excuse for me to bitch about the Legacy Console Edition and talk about why I love it and a little of my experiences with it. And although I'm probably very biased, which I am, I hope this video just brought back some nostalgia for some people. And for those who didn't get to grow up with this version, fucking sucks to be you,